The opening tip goes the way of the Rockets. They'll have it first as we're underway in Houston.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, given Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Paul. Probing the defense. Surveys the floor. Harden. For three. Can't connect. It's no good. Hayden into the front court. The lead is 2. To Davis. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Here comes the screen. Paul. That'll be rejected by Davis.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Holiday to Julius Randle with the flush, taking on all comers.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Gordon with it. Now down 6. To Harden. Shot from the lane won't go. Nene to Paul. To Harden. Has a chance. Harden shot, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Cruises inside for 2. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Harden with the basketball. 5-point game. Screen coming. Won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
To Davis. Randle. Tosses. And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis. And a chance at 3.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Paul into the front court. Right now, down 7. To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Hayden with the basketball. He'll run the offense to Davis. And the Rockets have the rebound. Gordon with it. They trail by 7. To Harden. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Hayden to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Davis. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Rockets have the ball. Fareed to Paul. Short jumper won't go down.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Anthony Davis lets it go. Harden with it up top. Down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Down the lane to lay it in.
Just hoping that Elfrid Payton can find a home here with this ball club. People forget. He was the 10th pick in the 2014 NBA draft. Seems more like a defensive-minded guard, but we're still waiting for his offensive game to blossom.
To Fareed. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
New Orleans will take it up. Here comes the screen. The shot by Payton won't fall. Harden in possession. They're down 3. Down to Fareed. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Kenneth Fareed, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 65% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's Pelicans ball. Holiday. To Davis. Short jumper off the mark. Fareed. To Paul. Harden. Oh, good offense beating good defense. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Pelicans basketball. Drew Holiday matched up with Paul. Screen coming. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To P.J. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Tucker, dead-on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Screen coming, curling inside. Drew Holiday. 3 for 4. Good start.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. Harden. Tough shot. Well defended. Holiday knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. It goes down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
To Holiday. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Paul. Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
To Holiday. Drew Holiday. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Paul. Deep left corner. Shot clock winding down. Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. New Orleans going to take it up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes. And the finish at the rim.
Desperation shot here from half court. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now Paul with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Has a look. Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look. Another shot.
Oh! He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Down to Fareed. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Pelicans have the basketball. Fires the three, and the rebound comes down to the Rockets. To P.J. Tucker. Paul to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Holiday, down low to Mirotic.
Oh! Out there. Oh! He just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 25, Austin Rivers, entering the game for the Pelicans. Number 55.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Gets it in the left corner. Tucker to Paul. 4-3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Hayden into the front court. Down 6. Oh, had him going there for a second. Denied by Fareed.
That kid can block out the sun.
Houston takes over.
I got ball.
Sizing up the defense. Paul to Fareed. And the Pelicans able to clear the rebound. To Payton. The rebound belongs to Houston. Paul with it up top. Up 6.
Here we go. Watch the screen left. No, he can't guard you up here.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Hayden on the drive, but it won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Austin Rivers from long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Hayden with the basketball. Down 8. Down low to Okafor. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Harden into the front court, up by 6. Fires the three, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
For yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 23, Anthony Davis.
Drew Holiday. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
On and off the court, Drew Holiday is one of my favorite players. He always brings that passion and intensity on the hardwood floor. But this game always comes back to why do you play? And there's no doubt about it. He plays for his wife, Lauren, and also his baby girl, Drew Tyler. His wife, while pregnant, found out that she had a brain tumor behind her right eye. He skipped the season, stayed with his wife, helped her to have her baby, and also supported her while she went through a serious time. I don't know what else defines leadership other than a man like Drew Holiday.
For the Pelicans.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming, 71% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. It's James Harden once again. To Rivers. Screen coming. Austin Rivers. To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot to Fareed. For 3, that's what you like to see. Austin Rivers, tough shot from downtown.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Fareed to Harden. No good. Defense catching a break there. Hayden into the front court. His team down 9. They go down to Davis. Short jumper misses. Houston with the basketball to Rivers. Tucker. Takes stock of the floor. Harden to P.J. Tucker. It's Harden. Gets a shot up off the mark. Holiday in possession. 9-point margin. To Davis, down low. Able to convert inside.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Holiday. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. To Payton. Lets it fly from long range. Hand at his face. No problem for Elfrid Payton.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Harden. And the rebound comes down to New Orleans. To Holiday.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
To Harden. Lays it up and in. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
Holiday. They'll get it down to Davis. Anthony Davis. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend. To Holiday. And the Rockets clear the board. To Fareed. Austin Rivers. Shot from in close, no good. Anthony Davis. Now 4 for 9. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Layup goes down. Well done.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Payton to Davis. From the painted area, won't go down. Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Rivers. Harden. 5 on the shot clock. Nothing going here on that drive. To Rivers. Here's a chance from long range. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. To Harden. He gets it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Holiday to Julius Randle. Down low for Davis. Nice pass to get things going.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
It's in the hands of Harden. To Rivers. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound comes down to the Pelicans. Holiday controls the basketball. Now down 6. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for New Orleans, number 55,
Holiday. Harden's on him. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Drew Holiday at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. Paul into the front court. Leads 4.
I got ball. That's me. Big screen right there. Big screen.
To P.J. Tucker, going to launch beyond the arc. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Harden has it up the floor to Paul. Harden to Paul. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. That's it. First half has come to an end with the Rockets in front.
The Rockets are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Pelicans are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
James Harden has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Holiday in possession. His guys down 3. To Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
He missed the free throw. Harden with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, 3rd quarter. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And when we start talking about some of the top players in the game, can we talk about the guy that got first-team All-NBA for the third time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the second leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden, tough shot. He hits.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
To Davis. Oh, he had him there for a second. Offensive rebound. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Paul across the timeline. Lead is 2. Deep left corner. Harden. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Got it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
And now Houston has the basketball to Harden. Probing the defense. Deep right corner. Paul to Harden. 5 seconds to shoot. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hayden with the basketball. The deficit is 6. To Holiday. They go down to Davis. Holiday. Missed a wide open look. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Paul into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Goes to the left side. Oh, Davis up to turn that one away. Time to shuffle things up. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. And the rebound taken down by Houston. Harden. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Hayden to Davis. And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Julius Randle, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Now Paul with the basketball. Up by 6. To P.J. Tucker. Gets it in the left corner. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Not it's blocked by Davis.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
That'll be rejected by Davis.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Julius Randle, defended by Tucker. 4-3, drains it.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Gets a look, can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in it. They even throw their bodies into it. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Paul to P.J. Tucker from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Hayden to Julius Randle. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. To Davis. Trying to cash in. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
And he'll go to the foul line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. New Orleans has it. Hayden to Davis. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Harden in possession. Leads a bucket.
Don't let him split. Don't let him split. Make it hard on him. Nothing easy.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Hayden into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Davis. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here's Harden with the rock. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Elfrid Payton against Chris Paul. To Julius Randle. 3 seconds. Time for some new personnel into the game. Paul to Harden. And he's going to the free throw line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. New Orleans will take it up. Hayden to Julius Randle. Probing the defense. Randle's shot won't go. Harden into the front court. His team up by 7. To Paul. Fine to shoot. Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden in possession. Lead stands at 7. To Paul. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
They go down low to Randle. Able to convert inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Paul to Fareed. James Harden. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Payton to Davis. The shot, almost. It's Harden. Brings the ball up. Surveys the floor. Count it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Anthony Davis, guarded by Nene. Cashes in for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul to Harden. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Holiday in possession. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Davis to Julius Randle. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Rockets ball to Harden. Add 2 points to the board. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Rockets with the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Over to the right side, Harden to Paul for three. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended. Davis to Holiday. To Davis, down low, to Julius Randle. Off the assist.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Harden. That's good D. Shot no good.
All right, now give me some.
To Davis. Defense making the ball carrier work. No good. To Paul. Harden. They get it down to Paul. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Down to 5 on the 24. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref's bent, and that's the game.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. It's Pelicans ball. Holiday to Davis. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And draws the foul.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first.
Number 2, Brandon Knight.
Goes 2 for 2. Hayden into the front court. His guys down 11. To Davis. Holiday down to Randall. Kicks it around the perimeter. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Elfrid Payton, couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Rockets in control of the basketball. To Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And a putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Cleaning the offensive glass. To Holiday. Screen coming. Elfrid Payton sizing up Eric Gordon. Randall to Davis. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Paul. Thought it's blocked by Davis.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Payton to Davis. Flushes it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Harden to Paul. Screen coming. Paul. Nothing going here on that drive.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Hayden with the basketball. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Hayden to Julius Randle. They'll get it down to Davis. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Harden to Paul. Goes to the right side. Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Hayden into the front court. The deficit is 6. That's blocked by Nene.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Short jumper won't go down. Rockets have the ball. Harden. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Holiday to Davis. Oh, he had him there for a second. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Count the bucket for 2.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Nothing going here on that drive to Harden. Trying to cash in, and he drains it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Randle to Holiday. Won't go down. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Here comes the screen. Chance for Paul. Doesn't get the bounce.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Hayden. Down low for Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. To Harden.
Double team, double team, double team. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him.
Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harden with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Hayden to Davis. Nearly got that one to go. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. And count the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Hayden with the basketball. The deficit now up to 13. It's rebounded by Gordon.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whoop, that's a scary thing to watch.
Harden, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Holiday to Davis. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Another follow. No good. It's in the hands of James Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Nice pass to set things up. From the painted area, won't go down. It's Paul for two. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. They'll let one fly from half court. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were solid in today's victory.
Player of the game.
James Harden played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN